Hey everybody, and welcome back to C#. In this video we're going to look at functions a bit more, and we're going to look at how we can input parameters into them so that they do more than one thing. So what we've got here is our code from the last video, and as you can see we're still checking if the favorite color variable is an empty string. Then we say favorite color is right type nothing, which calls this function here, and it says you didn't type anything Egypt, and then it asks you to input the code again. Which is fine, but it still leaves us with a lot of duplicate code. There's a lot of lines here that are the same over and over again, which we really want to rectify. And one of the ways that we can do that is by allowing us to input parameters into our function so that we can utilize that function better. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put into our parameter space string, and then I'm just going to put words like that. I think that might be a keyword. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's a variable. Cool beans. So we're bringing in this value words, and now what we need to do is we need to add an if statement into here. So we're saying if, and then we open the brackets and we say, well, if words equals an empty string, then carry out whatever is within these curly braces, and then we're going to just simply add the curly braces there like so. So now what we're doing is we're checking if the input is empty, then we will do this. If it's not empty, then all we're going to do is return like that. And what we're doing now is we're going to come back up here, and we can actually say, get rid of this line here. And then we just simply input that into there. Stick that into our brackets if we can click on the damn things like that. And now what we're saying is we're going to ask them to input this, and then we're saying that variable is, and then we're basically running the function as a check. We're sending it down to here, so we're inputting the value that was typed in. If that value is nothing, it's going to ask for the variable again. If it's not empty, it's just going to return what we've typed in there. So if we just quickly make these same changes to here, because at the moment we've got an error here that we need to rectify, so we can delete that, and we can say the same thing in here. Just going to copy and paste that like so. And now if we run our code, we type in nothing, it says you didn't type anything Egypt, and we just type in the old thing, what is your favorite body part, you didn't type anything Egypt, and as you can see it still rattles through our code, which is fine. So we've now learned that we can put parameters into here, but I'm still seeing a significant amount of duplicate code, which I think we can narrow down. So what I want to do is I actually want to just remove this point where we're saying fav color equals console read line, fav color equals right type nothing fav color, because that's duplicated again line after line after line, and we can replace that easily enough. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove the parameter from in there like that, and we're actually going to type in here bar words equals console dot read line like that. So now we've removed the need to actually input that parameter in there, so we can actually get rid of that from up there, and we can get rid of that from up there like so. And now we actually take that variable in the first line of our code here. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to rename this to answer, because we're actually asking them a question, and we really want our code to be descriptive and explain what it's doing as we go along. So we're saying, right, asking the question there, so we're getting the answer, we're checking the answer to make sure that it's got some text in it, and if it hasn't, we're asking them to input it again. Otherwise, we are returning the answer there. So now what we can actually do is we can remove this chunk of code here and say fav color is right type nothing, and I'm actually going to rename this function because it doesn't really correspond to what we're doing anymore. So we're now going to say ask question is going to be the name of our function. I'm going to double click on that, Control C that there, Control V that there, and I'm going to control V that there. So now we're saying fave color equals ask question, and I'm going to just remove that bit of code there as well. Fave body part equals ask question. So, and then when we run our code, we go control V again, saying what's your favorite color, hit enter, it says you didn't type anything Egypt, so now I can type in brown. What's your favorite body part, didn't type anything again, Egypt, input flaggy there, and there we go. Now our code works, and again it's been optimized. As you can see, we've significantly reduced the number of lines of code that we're having to deal with, and now when we read through there, it actually makes a bit more sense. We're saying what is your favorite color, favorite color equals ask question, boom, answer equals read line. If answer is nothing, we say you didn't type anything Egypt, and we ask for it again. If they did type an answer, then we just simply go back to where we left off, and then we ask the next question, right line, what is your favorite body part, favorite body part equals ask question again. We've now asked that question again, they type in another answer. So the answer variable is local to this function. If we were to try and reference it in this main function, it wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't get an answer. It would consider that to be nothing. So this is again using the scope of this function. We've got that variable there that's not going to corrupt or change anything outside here except for the output, which is what we've returned, which is the answer if there is one. And if not, then we're asking them to re-enter one and give us a new one. That's all there really is for this episode, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will see you in the next video, but until then, you take damn good care of yourselves, alright? Bye-bye.